hunting fans, what's up? It's Len Kale, hunting Western Mass. I thought I would just give you guys a wrap up of the day, tell you what's going on. It seems to be slamming in the woods right now. The Gotti Buck, I went in after him this morning, and I got him patterned down to a few minutes when he crosses. I knew he was crossing. I got there early and I actually drove by instead of getting out and getting settled in, which is what I should have done. But I drove by, I go, it's early for him, even though it was just about shooting light. I knew he wasn't going to come through until after 6:30. So what happened was I ended up getting. Hey, I can't put this on until after. I just realized I can't put this on until after I kill this buck. So anyway, it was. I had to leave the woods at 7 o'clock to pick up my honey, and I'm sitting there waiting. And now I had walked over to where he comes up from the steep cliff, and I was posted up there for a little bit, but I was making a bunch of noise, and there's a reason he comes up there in the mornings, and the reason he comes up there in the mornings is because the cool air is still sinking down the mountain, so he's able to smell anything that's up on the top of that hill. So I backed out of there and I went further up the hill where I know he comes through, and I got up there and I'm looking at my watch, and it's 6:45. And I had to leave at 7, and I was kind of starting to freak out a little bit, you know, and then it got to be, I looked at my watch again, it was 6:55, and I said, man, I gotta leave in 5 minutes, but I'm gonna hang tight. And sure enough, it wasn't 30 seconds later, I heard crash, crash. He was coming up the line where he usually comes, but what he did was he hit my scent. And when he hit my scent, he freaked out, but you know what? He was not alone this time. And I thought I might have spooked him yesterday, but evidently he went out and got friends and brought them to the party. So it looked to me like now it was a full breeding party. You got the dominant buck, the Gotti Buck, and there were two sub-dominant bucks, and at least 1 or 2 does. And they came through where they scented me. They came dead towards me, and I mean they were on the run. They weren't flying all out like 30-foot leaps, but they were booking, and I was so shocked to see so many of them. And I had my bow up and ready, but again they were moving. It was pandemonium, and I really wanted to practice safe shooting, and you know, not just fling off a shot at a flying deer, especially a deer of that quality. So I held my shot. My jaw dropped open, hit the floor. And, you know, my ass cheeks closed up really tight, and I said, "Holy shit!" So anyway, this is like a bonus to me. So hopefully, I went in there and I poked around a little bit, just like I did yesterday, but I didn't want to pressure those deer too much. I didn't want to get on them and harass them. I know where the area where they go when they leave their beds, and they go up and they, you know, or they leave their feeding grounds and they're going to their bed, or vice versa. One of the two. So I just kind of poked around. I went over, climbed up on my stand for a little while, sat up there, heard some deer crashing around. I did some fawn bleats. I was trying to call that bear out that was close by. I went over after a couple hours of coldness. I went over and checked my trail cams. The trail cam I had set up on the bear trail didn't yield much, if anything, and I think that's because you know, a bear's nose is just insane. A bear's nose is incredible. Oh, this guy's in here hunting. So anyway, let me see if this light's gonna help or hurt. So I checked my trail cams, then I checked one that I had, and ooh, I got a nice video, a nice buck, and that's in a new spot. It was right next to my stand. And I'm pretty sure I heard that buck come in the other day when I was up in the stand. He came in from behind me. There's a trail that goes straight up the mountain, but it's such a big old used deer run that you can just look and see it. It goes up, 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 and it's like as wide as a toboggan run. But anyway, so I checked my trail cams. I got this video of this buck. It looks nice. It's definitely not the Gotti Buck. It's probably it's about maybe the size of one of the dominant bucks he was running with. But so geez, I really wish I had my cameras and stuff with me. Tomorrow what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna set up my hat cam, and hopefully I'm gonna get some footage. Oh, and I moved my other trail cam. I hope this doesn't blow it for me. I moved my other trail cam down to the Gotti Buck's run. And where the Gotti Buck's run is, you know, there's several ways you can go up, so it's going to be kind of hit or miss if I get a picture of them. Basically, I just put the camera where I saw them go today, even though they were being kind of pushed and a little bit, you know, a little bit frightened. They were spooked, is what they were. So I put the camera up. Hopefully, I don't know if he's going to take the same path back to the bedding, but it seems like, you know, this big old buck has probably been using this path for years, you know, or maybe not. Maybe it's just one of his new ones. I don't know, but I'm going to find out. That's what the trail cam's going to tell me. The trail cam's, I'm arriving at the Montague Plains. The trail cam's going to tell me what time the deer are coming through, and you know, how often they use that run. So I put that camera in, and I centered that area up a little bit, but I hope it doesn't, you know, blow it for me and you know, make them change their spots. But anyway, I'm out at the Montague Plains. It's last light. I'm going in for looks like 45 minutes or so, and we'll talk more about this later. So the Gotti Buck, now a breeding party. And I hope I get some pictures of that breeding party. It would be very interesting. And boy, Montague Plains sure has changed. Look at that. They just chopped down everything. That used to be all woods. Now they left up there, they left the oaks. They left some pines, a few pines. Looks like the oaks, and that's it. Oaks and pines. It's going to be good for turkeys. Well, there's hunters out here everywhere. I don't know if they're birding or if they're deering or what, but I'm going to go over here to my secret spot. So, alright, I'll catch you guys later. This is Lenny K with Hunting Western Mass. Oh, congratulations to all the guys that took positions. I'm going to do a whole video on that later on too. But and there's going to be some more elections coming up. So stay tuned, and we'll talk to you tomorrow morning. All right, peace.